guys, welcome back to another week. I'm just doing some laundry, folding some laundry, and I'm in here because I'm trying to make a decision on a console table for our kind of like lobby, hallway, this area in our bedroom. I'd really like to get it a little bit more finished off, just have that like cozy feeling coming into like the autumn winter season, but I didn't quite appreciate when we designed it that it's a tricky space to put a console table in, and then we decided to stick a radiator in the middle of it, which is quite tall. Yeah, it's not very forgiving for finding, number one, a console table that's in my kind of style, but then also in my price range. At this point I am thinking that I'm gonna have to stretch the price range quite a bit to get something that fits, maybe even bespoke, but yeah, that is on my mind. I'm also wanting to get finally the lampshades to go. Let me just show you. I really haven't touched this area since having Teddy, and that's about when we finished it up. Honestly, mainly I feel like because we have this door situation still, I feel like that's a priority, but I'm not sure that's going to be done for a little while. So I'm turning my attention to this side of the room, and this is where I was talking about. So I'd love to put a kind of like either a radiator table or a console table. Ideally, I'd like a console table. This is the one which is out of my budget, but I really like. I haven't measured it up yet, and they do it in lots of pops of colour, and I think I like this one. Unfortunately, I need to go into the renovation area to get a tape measure, and whilst I'm in there, I might as well measure up as well, because we, I think, are at the point of ordering plasterboard. We're not at the point of putting it up, but at some point soon we need to do the ceiling, and then actually that's reminded me I need to order the panelling too. The plumber is booked in for mid-November for first fix. The tiler seems to be pretty flexible, but then it's just going to be like go go go. The windows, I'm not even really sure when they're going to be coming in. The lead time it's not looking that hopeful for before Christmas, but I feel like we're not like dying to have it in before Christmas. Christmas was just like a nice, it's more like end of the year before the big renovation start, and I think it'll be done before the big renovation start for sure. I do also have a little update in here as well. We now have a wall, which is super exciting. It looks quite extreme. I will explain that in a second. So you can really see where the bathroom will be going and the size of it. I think that's going to be like, the bedroom's going to be quite a whopper actually. Really nothing too exciting about why this wall is so thick. You can see a little hint there here, nuclear. It's because our toilet is going to be going over here, and we want to conceal the waste. So the waste pipe is going to be drilled out there into our alleyway, or will be our extension at some point, but drilled outside so that it can then run down into the waste at the back. So Ol has done this like kind of cool floating thing, but he actually has off a few days this week, so hopefully this area will start coming back together. And that is what I really came in here for. Actually, Ollie's home tomorrow to be cracking on with that, and I am abandoning him. We felt like it was better. We had one day where I just went out for the whole day so that Ollie could be as noisy as he wanted. He didn't have to stop for naps for that one, and also he often leaves the front door open because he's like putting things to the skip. It makes the house quite cold this time of the year. So I'm going to be heading to Exeter tomorrow, and I'm going to be figuring out what we're going to do with our tiles, because one of our tiles has a really long lead time. I'm kind of waiting on it at the moment because I know that things are taking longer, and I really don't want to regret buying a tile. So the tile that I'm going for is Mandarin stone, and it's supposed to be exactly the same as the tile, the marble tile that we have in the ensuite, but it's slightly different. It's just like a slightly different style. I'll put it here. It's like a diamond effect more, with a little bit of a black detail, and I thought that went with the top floor bathroom really nicely too. However, it's out of stock, the one that's exactly the same as our bathroom, our ensuite there, and I really like that one because it has a little bit of warmth to it. But Mandarin stone have basically like the same style like tile, but in a different marble. So I'm gonna go ahead and have a look at that tomorrow, because that isn't in stock either, but it's in stock a lot sooner, like maybe next week or something. Whereas I think the tile that is the same and I prefer isn't until probably like Christmas Day in stock. I think when I calculated it, it was very close to Christmas Day. But hopefully I can make a decision on that. That scalloped one would fit there with the radiator. Sometimes I think just spend the money and get it done. Let's look at the width too. I'm getting excited about that console. It's out of my budget, but it fits real nice. Is the clothing down shift, and I'm so ready to cozy up. I was upstairs and I've not quite adjusted to the clocks going back. It was getting darker and darker and I was turning more and more lights on. I just felt myself like slowly drifting away, so I thought I'm gonna come and do dinner. I'm just looking down here at the recipe cards. I've got some really lovely autumnal ones. HelloFresh are really kindly sponsoring this section of today's video. You guys, I'm sure, have heard me talk about them before because we couldn't live without them, and I rave and talk about them so much. We are genuinely signed up and pay each week for 3 to 4 meals a week, and it's taken away so much stress off of my plate, to be honest. The searching for recipes, ordering all of the food, getting the food in, all done for me. It gets delivered in a box. I get to choose the recipe cards, which I do. I sit down on the laptop and I choose a whole month's worth. There's so much to select. You guys know I love indulging in the seasons. This week we have a Halloween one. Creepy chipotle pulled beef chili with ghostly dippers. So fun. And then I thought this mac and cheese. Oh, I love mac and cheese. Thought this would be so nice too. And then autumnal roast chicken and apple and sage gravy. I mean, to be honest, I'm salivating at all of them, but it is Halloween this week, so I thought it was appropriate to do the Halloween one. Teddy's not quite there yet, but this would be so fun for older kids. You don't have to be going onto Pinterest and searching for things that are appropriate for the season. This is number 31, so I have had the correlating bag, which I've already ripped open, I'm afraid, which has all of the ingredients inside, and then it shows you all the ingredients you need there. On the back, it really simply explains how to cook. Let's get these ghosty dippers cooked. I definitely make questionable ghosts. And to finish, how cute is that? We're gonna sit and enjoy it while he has just come down. He made fun of my ghosts, but I think that they're cute and I think that they look the same as the picture. If you fancy giving it a go, I have got a code back with Laura which gives you 60% off your first box and 20% off the next 2 months, plus free desserts. We've got on his face. Yum yum. And if you haven't been on HelloFresh for a little while, they have so many add-ons too now. So they have lunches, and they have baked goods, they even had like fruit platters and stuff. So if you're a family and you want to make life convenient, then I would definitely check them out. I really feel like it's so cost effective for us. We don't have any food waste. It just really simplifies our whole finance because we know what's going out and how many meals we're having, and it's obviously the same price each week. Unless you want to do little add-ons as well, but I do enjoy.
They are good.
Yeah, like sometimes they do like a naan bread or something if you want a curry. Anyway, we're gonna dig in and I will see you in the morning. I've told them I'm gonna leave them partly with you.
Oh, I've got filming responsibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even quite sure. We need to order some more stuff. I was just chatting about that today, so
yeah, we'll figure that out.
That'll be tonight's job.
Just had his dinner.
Oh, it smells more appealing. Checking in from my end, my day looks a lot nicer than Ollie's, no doubt, but let me tell you, it is frantic with both the boys. I got them both in the car this morning and Otto just isn't the best in the car, and sometimes I don't know which one is better than the other. Teddy can also, if he's not in the right mood, if he's in a sleepy mood, then it's great. If he's not in the right mood, then it's quite difficult. And I kind of like battle to time the day. So he has just gone on a little walk with Otto and my parents. So I'm getting the car going because I'm literally like gonna make the most of this time. And I'm gonna run out to Mandarin Stone to try and pick up some samples and have a look at the tiles to make a decision. It's so hard when you make a decision and then you can't get those tiles. but decisions have to be made this week. Just gotta make them. So I'm a dilly dallyer.
The perfect summer is over in a flash and you're on your way. Somebody near, it's open for tonight, it's not too late. My mind says yes, you've been here for quite some time.
I think we need to go shopping now for some more wood. Haven't got much left.
Tells me you should stay a little while. Are we at the end or are we at the start? 129 beats per minute from my heart. Anywhere we go is where I long to roam. Night or day, I'm taking you all the way. 'Cause my heart screams, let me carry you home. Bright lights and colors, love is for the ones who dare to wait. No use in running when all I really want is to make you stay.
It is another day. I have finished off the wall here, which is going to be the back of the shower. Now I need to move on to sorting out a stud wall in the back here. But that means I've got to shuffle everything around again because I don't have enough space to work. And now with walls up, it's a little bit more difficult to move around me and things. So, tidy up.
My mind says yes, you've been here for quite some time. But my heart tells me you should stay a little while. Are we at the end or are we at the start? 129 beats per minute from my heart. Anywhere we go.
This week has just gone and I'm not quite sure what has happened. I've just gone and got my eyebrows done though, which is a vast improvement, I know, from the beginning of the video where they were wild. It's really come on in here and it's quite exciting because it's really starting to, like, you can start to visualize the room. You'll have seen, I know, a lot of time lapses, but I just thought I'd end it off by kind of showing you around and yeah, letting you know where we're going next, which is hopefully putting it back together. It's got quite difficult to shuffle around in though. I'm not sure whether this has just been an easier area or we are, just as we're probably finishing the renovation, starting to get quicker, but most of the stud work is up now. So you can see here, this is our doorway going into the bathroom. So we now have, this will be like the hallway, and you can see where we've gained that space from the bathroom. You can really see now where the chimney and this room is going to be. It's really weird looking at it from all of these angles from the other side now. So our shower will be in here. We're gonna have our shower head in there in the middle. You can see here, this is where Ollie's done the nook for our products, shampoos, conditioners, that kind of thing in this side. We ummed and ahed on this wall quite a bit because we had two different depths. We had this little jot of bricks coming out and we also have the beam. Now we decided, we're not gonna keep the beam exposed because it's not a solid beam. As you can see there, it's in two parts and I'm not really sure how we'd make that look neat or tidy or like to be able to suit the room. At one point we were thinking of bringing the wall out the full depth of the beam, but although it doesn't seem like a lot, we did think it took away a little bit from the bathroom, just space-wise. And when you're stood in here, and we're now thinking about, you know, if we're bathing the kids and somebody's over there in the sink brushing their teeth or what have you, just maybe even having that little bit of space here will make a difference. So we decided to put it back a little bit further, though that basically is just wasted space. But some kind of wood obviously had to go on there. The last wall to do is this one here behind me, which should be pretty quick. And then we're putting it back. Does this room seem to have gone faster to you guys? It feels like it's going faster in some ways to me and longer in others because now I have a baby to entertain and keep out of the house. Actually, the 2 days that Ollie was home working were some, like I say, hard. Like, Teddy is a little dream, really. He's not a difficult baby, but he's very used to sleeping in his cot. because I'm at home a lot, we do a lot of cot naps, and I had to get him out the house so that Ollie had the most amount of time possible to be able to work in here. He still naps twice a day for 2 hours, so 2 hours like midday is just quite inconvenient for Ollie to be like stopping and putting down tools. So I just walked him around, just like literally I took Otto, and I think Otto was exhausted by the end of it, like, God, that was a long walk today. But yes, a lot of walking, a lot less hands-on in the renovation. Maybe it's just because we have a kid now and we're like, we have to get this done. We did discuss that last night about the fact that in some ways we feel like we're not stalling on decisions so much because we just don't have the time. Like with the windows, we were like, we need them ordered now. And with certain things where I think I'd be maybe a little bit more pernickety, whereas like I think when you get in builders, they won't. They're just like, that's just gonna be how it's gonna be, design or style wise. And we've kind of like relaxed on this one a bit more, which is maybe as well why it's going a little bit quicker. For example, this here, with this, I would have taken ages. I would have put it into SketchUp. I would have wanted to see the whole scheme together. We didn't, we just made a decision and we went for it. Anyway, I think I'm gonna sign this one off. I'm sorry if it's been a little bit crazy, but it's very much what our week has been. And at least there's progress. There is progress, guys. We are moving forward in here. Oh, and I made a decision. I stopped you, sorry. I've been a really bad vlogger this week. I went to Exeter, I looked at the tiles, let me show you the tiles. It's a bit echoey in here, so I always feel like I have to talk quietly. I maybe didn't make the quickest decision on the tile, but I have made the decision. Tick, tick, done. Gonna be ordering them. I've decided to stick with the same brand and tile as this one in our ensuite. Partly, I just adore it. I really know that I love it, but it's in a different shape. So it's in like an octagon shape with a little like diamond. She actually called it in the shop, she called it blue, but it looks like a black marble. And I think it will go with both of our bathrooms really nicely. So then I was just finding a tile for the shower to go with it. I was there about an hour and these are what I've picked. I think I'm gonna be going for this shape rather than this one, but they're basically the same tile. I love that they've got like a bit of variation in color and I feel like the colors work beautifully with the tile. This one, I reckon, I've got them like that, which you could obviously tile them like that, but I think I might do it a bit more like the traditional subway type tile style, like the brick style. I'm not sure though, we'll see. I might just order them and then decide. And they've got this beautiful texture to them, which I think goes really well with this kind of more textured, almost like rustic marble. It's just not too perfect, which honestly, in our house, I think goes really well. Because we have no straight lines and nothing is like perfectly polished like some of the marble is. Right, now I think I actually am gonna sign off and I will see you guys next week. Can you believe that we're gonna be in November?